But when it comes to them, I will say whenever we do in-person, interviews, like it's magic. Like you can tell the energy is different, and because it's in person and you have a chance to be real human beings together. So it is great when we get the chance to do that, and like there's a different energy, but we live all across the country, so it's just not possible for us, unfortunately. But I would just say, like, be comfortable with the platform that you're using and give people good instructions beforehand and know how to reach out to customer service very quickly, because there have, been a couple of moments where it's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. This isn't working. Their microphone isn't connecting for some reason. So I would say just get to know the platform very well so that you can be an expert with it if anything goes wrong.
Interesting. Very interesting. I sort of do like, I've never done a pre-interview with somebody, but I love deep diving and like, so I'll go on LinkedIn's and I'll go on social platforms and I use ChatGPT a lot. Do you use chat and AI to help produce shows?
Yes, I definitely do. I use AI in like a few different ways. Actually, ChatGPT is my best friend when it comes to like social media, especially because I really struggle with like social media captions sometimes. I don't know what it is, but something about it just like stresses me out. So I'll use it for that, and just like little things like writing paragraphs or, but the way that I use it is I don't let it do my job for me. Like I work with it. So I will always have some kind of base, some rough draft, some, bullet points or something to like put in there. And then I'll ask it to help me make it a little bit more, uplifting or something like that. And most of the time I don't like what it says entirely. So,
because if you rely on it, you definitely get caught. People are like, wait a second.
You can tell.
I've gotten this response before.
ChatGPT loves emojis. Like, it uses so many emojis. It's so overkill. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, I 100%. If you tell it something to do with Instagram, it's like emoji everywhere.
Yes, like every single sentence. It's so funny. So I really pick and choose, the sentences that I like and the words, that I like and that work for me. And I kind of go about it that way. And I find it very helpful because I'm sure you guys get it. There are times where like the creative idea I have in my mind just I can't get it to translate onto the paper. And every time I face that and I put it into ChatGPT, even if it doesn't give me the words that I'm looking for, it can kind of help me find the direction that I'm seeking. So it's really helpful in that sense. And then the platform that we use does have AI features as well, and one of them is the transcript. It does like an automatic transcript for you, and I find that so helpful because sometimes there's moments where, I'm looking for a specific moment in the episode, but I don't remember the timing. So instead of having to watch and rewatch 1,000 times, like I can just type it in and then it comes up and there it is, and that saves me a lot of time and energy, I think.
That's really smart. I've recently, in like the last year, I've started using transcripts more and like punching them into chat and saying like, find like what you're doing, find this and give me a story about that, or write an article based off of this transcript, that sort of deal.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And a lot of what I'll do too, which might be good for you, especially because we do look at it as like, it's your team member on chat. So I'll tell it like, you're not here to solve it. You're here to work with me to find the answer, because you can punch something in and it's like, here it is.
Yeah.
But even like, if you use it to do math all the time, I feel like it just makes you dumber.
Oh, I agree.
What I'm saying? Because like, then you're like, wait, let me go on chat to figure this out.
Yeah.
Versus for marketing aspects, I'll tell it like, this is the role you're taking and you're my team member.
Yeah. I love that, honestly. I will utilize that because that is how I use it. Like, you'll never see a caption from me that's entirely AI, or, there will never be a full set of interview questions that's all AI, but it is extremely helpful and just kind of helping me get to, like, the end goal. And I love it. It's a great tool. I was very against it for a while, actually. Like, I was like, I don't need AI. Like, I can do it on my own. And, and then one day I was like, oh, let me try it out. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is so helpful. Why am I such a grandma and, like, rejecting this technology for so long, Definitely a little bit of fear that, like, it will take my job someday,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm
The
just
new update has got me worried now.
I know. I'm just like, I'm gonna look at you as my friend and not my enemy, and we're working together. And I
So when
think as long as we do
the
that,
takeover happens, you'll save
State
me.
overlords.
yes, I definitely thank ChatGPT just in case. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Terminator. I'm telling you. Terminator.
Yes, yes. You are not the
100%.
first person to mention that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
to me in literally the last few days, just about
Oh, and
AI
I'm
taking over.
I'm all for it, but it's the Terminator.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's definitely gonna be. We're gonna be living that John Connor life real fast.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, especially the new version. I don't want to get into it because I'll go on
Yeah.
tangents. But we're talking a lot about your producer hat. I want to talk about your marketing hat and how you handle marketing. So you're a team of 2 now, but when you were solo, what were your perspectives on marketing? Like, what would a typical day look like when it's like, I'm here to do marketing today?
Yeah, are you asking like Do We Belong Here or for Do We Belong Here?
Let's go pre, and then we can
Pre?
work up to 4.
Yeah, so I think like before Do We Belong Here, it was, like I said, a lot of writing, a lot of blog writing and just website copy and things along those lines. Because like I said, like words are my specialty. So kind of anything and everything to do with that. I did social media posts as well. And I kind of helped track like our analytics occasionally. Like we did use Google Analytics and stuff, but before Do We Belong Here, the Cyber Florida marketing team was very small. We were all stretched very thin. So there at times was not a lot of spare time or energy to like do those things like checking analytics and seeing how our YouTube stuff is doing. And like, you know, there wasn't a ton of room for that, but we've grown since then. So we all can kind of like, you know, split the responsibilities a little bit. But my focus has always been on words, like just anything to do with that. I really enjoy doing the website copy, I will say. I just think that's where I thrive. Like, you know, Rex does graphic design and I'm like, yeah, like I literally can't do that. Like I'm so bad at it. Like I'm the kind of person, my strengths are my strengths and my weaknesses are very weak.
That's fair. That's
so
good.
I just play into, you know,
Then you know what you're
I
good
know
at and you
best.
keep doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I know we talked about like you were doing a lot of writing and that shifted. Is that partly because of the nature of social media now? Not really. From my perspective, writing works in certain areas, but
Yeah.
not most anymore. Like,
Yeah, I know. It makes me sad, honestly, because
Yeah.
it was always kind of a dream of mine. And I actually do have a travel blog because, again, I love
I
writing.
need the link after so I can get.
No.
Okay. If you have a travel blog, share.
All right, I guess I'll send it to you.
It's
but-
like a murder mystery travel blog, like where you hid the bodies is in it. No, you can't have it.
Yeah. I actually used to have
5-day
it on my
trip.
Instagram, and I took it off because I was like, oh God, people might actually be clicking on this.
But
Like-
you're saying that you're. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
all right.
it is like I love blogs and I love, you were saying earlier, you read articles and
Yep.
like that's how I am too. I'm a big reader and I am a writer. But unfortunately it doesn't convert very well. Like a lot of people do not share that love and they don't want to sit there and read for 5-10 minutes. Like they want an answer and they want it quickly.
Yeah, I want summaries now.
Yes, exactly. TLDRs, you know, like that's what everybody is
Exactly.
looking for. And I think that we kind of saw that and made a little bit of a shift into like video instead, because it, you know, it is just, you can use it for more things. You can use it for social media and YouTube, and there's just a bunch of different, you know, things that you can do with it. But with the blog post, it's really like, this is a blog post, here's the information, and, you know, it's just like one kind of static thing. So for a while we were doing like, I would write a blog post and then we would interview somebody to like go who like, you know, went along with the topic or was some kind of expert or something.
Smart.
But yeah, we haven't really done that as much anymore. And eventually, like, we really did just kind of start focusing on video, and that's kind of when the podcast really took off. And so the writing has slowed down for me significantly, but
Go ahead, because I love writing. I think
Yeah.
there is a place for it. It's particular now. But
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
How are you seeing the how have you seen the shift with Cyber Florida, your role, marketing, because of video? Like how's that evolution?